JFK 40. 40 years, 40 people, 40 stories. On News Talk 820, WBAP.
President Kennedy was shot on Friday, November 22, 1963 at 12:30 p.m. Central Time. His time of death was officially logged as 1 p.m. The formal announcement came at 1:30. But former Channel 4 news director and anchor Eddie Barker, who was broadcasting live from the Dallas Trade Mart where Kennedy was to have spoken to a large luncheon group, knew the outcome well before the announcement and before the official time of death.
I was on the air, and a doctor that I knew from Parkland came up to me and whispered in my ear. He said, "Eddie, he's dead." So I kind of looked at him. I said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "I just called the emergency room, and he was DOA." And so I went on the air and said that I had been told from what I considered the most reliable source that I could have, a doctor who had just talked to the emergency room, and the president was dead.
Kennedy had been there only a few minutes, making Barker the first broadcaster to air the news of the president's death.
It was way before 1 o'clock when I made the announcement. It was carried on CBS, and they really were kind of upset that, who is this guy? He's our guy down there, but he's saying he's dead. Do we have a confirmation of that?
That confirmation later came from Dan Rather. Barker also got the first interview with Lee Harvey Oswald's wife, Marina.
It was after the Warren Commission had been named and before she went up to the Warren Commission. It was in that interview where she said, "I believe Lee killed the president." Of course, as the years went by and money started playing into the act a little bit, well, she began to have doubts about his involvement.
Marina met and married Oswald during his short stay in Russia a couple of years before the assassination. One of Barker's questions got a pointed answer.
"Marina, what in the world did you see in Lee Harvey Oswald?" And boy, she looked at me and she said, "A way out of Russia."
For JFK 40, I'm Steve Cumming, WBAP 24-Hour News.
Listen for JFK 40, The Lost Kennedy Tapes, Saturday, November 22nd on News Talk 820, WBAP.